Hello, friends. Thank you again for joining me. Another quarantine yoga class. I hope this video finds you all well and happy and relatively sane. But I am delighted to share with you today what I would consider the last of the chakra series. Last week we touched on Sahasrara and the crown chakra, and so that's obviously the last of the physically located chakras. So I think I'd like to review a little more of what we consider the minor chakras, or the smaller systemic chakras. They're all connected by these channels of nadis, and the main channel that runs up through the center of all of the major 7 chakras is called Sushumna. And then there's 2 outside of Sushumna that sort of spiral around. You can kind of see it's similar to my caduceus here. All of that ancient imagery is connected. So when you see the snakes coiling around the staff, that is a reflection of the Sushumna and the 2 nadis that climb up to meet at the 3rd eye, and they are called Ida and Pingala. So envisioning those as you're breathing up the 7 major chakras is actually very beneficial when you're working with the energy centers. And when you're moving into the more systemic regions, into I think it's like 72,000 different nadis that we have, or energy channels that run through the body. Very similar to our nerves, our nervous system, but there are believed to be over 72,000 nadis. Wherever they crisscross, wherever these lines of energy crisscross in the body, then you find a chakra. So that's why in the center, around our large channel through the center, Sushumna, everywhere the Ida and Pingala cross is one of our chakras, our 7 major chakras. So then imagine that throughout the rest of the body, and you can begin to envision how all our little spaces are, we're energetic beings. Within these physical vessels, we are just pure energy. We are flow, we are particle, we are, yeah. So, we are divine, basically. So again, thank you for joining me. I do have on this, when I originally started doing these workshops back in 2018, I wrote this down, and it says, the true understanding of the chakras can be gained only through experience. Realize the truth of the body, then come to know the truth of the universe. And when I pulled this out and reflected on that this morning, I just felt a great deal of peace in my body, like knowing that continuing to work with these spaces is so beneficial, and it helps me see the truth of my own body and know the truth of the universe, that we are all one. We are all made up of this same substance. So, okay, enough talk. Let's get to practice. So come on into your space, having a seat in a comfortable position, moving the flesh to feel the sit bones pressing down. Take a few slow, deep breaths and just let it sigh out. Just releasing any tension through the throat, through the heart. Start to engage Ujjayi breath. Deepen the breath with every inhale. And I'd like for you to hear a couple of things as you breathe. So as you're taking the breath in, hear the word sat. S-A-T, sat. And as you exhale, hear the word nam. N-A-M, nam. So inhale, sat. Exhale, nam. Inhale, sat. Exhale, nam. Sat nam, I am. So start to take the breath all the way into, all the way into the base. And feel expansion there. Feel the sit bones deepening. Feel the pelvic floor flexing, lowering and lifting with the breath in and out. Feel the knees creep a little closer to the earth. And then I'm going to ask that you actually reverse the breath now. So we've breathed into the base to establish grounding foundation. As you breathe next time, I want you to imagine that breath coming from the earth below you, the space beneath you, and moving up the spine. And bring it all the way up into the middle of the head. Maybe even up to that space in the center of the forehead, third eye space, Ajna chakra. And just let it sort of project forward. And then as you're exhaling, bring it back down that same path. So it travels through the center, down the spine, back to the base. And so we're going to do that for a few minutes here, the spinal breath, bringing the breath up from the earth, following the trail up the spine, reaching into the center of the brain and moving forward, and then exhaling it back down through the brain, down the spine, into the earth. Inhaling, drawing it up, straight up the spine, to the center of the brain, and out through the center of the forehead. Just move it forward at the top of that inhale, and then as you exhale, draw it back in. Move it down the spine, back into the earth. Inhaling, it comes up, the Sushumna, into the center of the brain and moves forward. And as you exhale, drawing it slowly back down using Ujjayi breath, moving it back to the tip of the tailbone, the sit bones, the pelvic floor. Keep going, inhaling slowly and smoothly up the spine. Pushing it forward at the top of the inhale, and then exhaling it, bringing it back down through the brain, down the center of the body. A few more rounds of this, breathing slowly and smoothly and deeply. Up the spine, forward through the third eye, and exhaling back down that same path. One more time. Inhale, draw it up from the earth. Lift it all the way into the center of the brain. Push it forward and exhale that same path back down. Good. Now we'll do Nadi Shodhana. That's alternate nostril breath. So we tuck the index finger and the middle finger at the base of the right thumb. So ring finger and thumb stick out. And then we bring those to the bridge of the nose, slide them down around the nostrils. You can lift your hand and place the knuckle of your index finger right at the center of your forehead. If that's extremely uncomfortable, you see that, then you can just release the fingers and place them at the center of the forehead. Either way, whatever's comfortable for you. So we'll take a big breath in here. Block the right nostril, exhale on the left. Inhale on the left. Plug the left and pause, and then exhale on the right side. Inhale right. Block the right, exhale left. Inhale left. Block, exhale right. Inhale right. Block, exhale left. Inhale left. Block, exhale right. Inhale right. Block, exhale left. This time as we inhale, I want you to take it in rather quickly. So block, exhale right, quickly as well. Inhale quickly on the right. Block, exhale quickly left. Inhale quickly left. Block, exhale quickly right. Inhale right. Block, exhale left, quickly. Quick breath in on the left. Block, exhale right, press it out fast. And then release, breathe in through both nostrils, bow your chin. Breathe in deep and hold it in. And then release it down the front of the body. Keep the chin coming down towards the heart. Take a few rocks left and right here with your neck. Ears moving towards the shoulders. So the intention, the ultimate intention of this chakra work is to just integrate and feel the integration of your body, mind, and soul. Bring your chin back to your chest. Inhale the ears over the shoulders. Exhale, turn the chin to the left shoulder. Give your neck a good twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take it to the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale left, gaze as far to the left as you can. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn to the right, gaze as far to the right as you can. Inhale, back to center. So we want to make sure we're grounding ourselves as we open ourselves and expand ourselves. And then we will begin to feel more in tune with the way we process information, the way we respond to stimulus or triggers, the way that we pause and breathe before every action. Daily practice, even if it's just 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. So, that being said, let's set an intention for integration, for awareness of the body, mind, and spirit, for grounding, for flow, for expansion, for enlightenment. Release the hands. Close your eyes, and I want you to try your best to keep the eyes focused at the third eye space. So, space at the center of the forehead. Let's just do a little spinal flexion here. So we're in the easy pose with our legs, a comfortable cross-legged position. And we'll just inhale, press the belly forward, lift the chin. It's like a little seated cat-cow. And then exhale, pull it in. We don't have to be very dramatic on this. Just draw it back. Pull the belly button to the spine. Inhale, move it forward. Lift the heart, let the shoulder blades move down the spine. Lift the chin. Exhale, pull the pelvic floor up. Pull the belly button back. Draw the shoulder blades away from the spine as you bring the chin towards the heart. Do it again. Inhale, move the heart forward. Draw the shoulders down, lift the chin. Exhale, bring it all back, rounding through the spine. Inhale, let's lift again. Hold this time, and then lift the pelvic floor here. So we're holding our breath in, we're drawing the pelvic floor up and away from the mat. And then exhale, release, relax into neutral. Let's bring our hands overhead. So inhale, lift. Exhale, release out and down. Just a few of these, warming up the shoulders before we move on. Inhale, lift. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, out and down. Inhale, lift and press the palms. Exhale, bend the elbows. Let the fingers fall towards the earth. Bow the chin just slightly here. Inhale, lift the fingers to the sky, and then exhale out. Pressing the fingertips away from the shoulders, pull the heart and belly back as you release down to the earth. Breathe here, just pressing the heart towards the spine and the fingers towards the mat. Tucking the chin and pulling the belly in. And then next inhale, we're sweeping the hands up and overhead. Release them back behind the heart this time as you exhale. Sweep them forward as you inhale. Exhale, out and down, behind the heart. One more time, inhale, lift. So shoulder blades hug the spine here. Good. All right, give them a few rolls. And then we're gonna bring the hands to the shoulders. So lift tall. And then we're gonna exhale to the right. Inhale, I want you to turn to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, right, left. Exhale, right. Keep going. Pull the belly in as you exhale. Couple more. And then exhale, release. Pull that pelvic floor in and up. Lift through the crown of the head. Deep breaths. And then we'll come into Baddha Konasana. So, finding cobbler pose. Heels are in, but let's keep them out a little bit. So not a really tightly drawn in heel yet. Let's just sit here, move the flesh, experience Baddha Konasana. Root your sit bones, lift your crown, lift your heart. Let your shoulders relax. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly start to slide the heels in. We can do that again. Inhale, lift through the crown. Exhale, draw in a little closer if you can. And this is where we'll interlace around the toes or grip the ankles and start some butterflies. So we're inhaling, lifting from the base. Imagine the energy of the breath. The actual prana, the life force of the breath beyond the air. And it's coming up and it's just spiraling around all the way up into the center of the forehead. And then you can just release it as you exhale through the crown of the head. So switching the breath up a little bit here. Inhale, draw it from the base. Stop in the center of the forehead and then exhale it through the crown. Pause your legs. Inhale, lift through the crown again. And then exhale, we'll move the heart forward. So it's coming over the feet as far as you can. Pausing here for just a few moments as you breathe space into the groin. Feel releasing there. And then if you want to round through the spine, you can start to release down, bowing the head only if it's comfortable for the neck. And then we'll inhale, lift again. Let's extend the left leg forward, draw the right heel in, coming into Janu Shirshasana. Left heel is straight out of the hip, and we lift the heart, pressing the fingertips into the mat here. As we exhale, then the heart's going to travel towards the left knee. And we'll just stretch the left hamstring here, so grip the ankle, grip the foot, cup your hands behind the knee, or just keep your hands flat on the mat, whatever is comfortable for you. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Try to let the right knee come a little closer to the earth. You can even shift the left shoulder down, or the right shoulder, pardon me, down a little bit to bring the heart more in line with the left leg. Deep breath, and then we'll inhale, lift. Switch sides, exhale. Right foot out, left foot in. Press the fingertips down, lift the heart as you inhale, and then exhaling, the heart travels forward towards the right knee. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then we'll lift, inhale. Lift the right foot up a little bit. Let it stretch further. And we're gonna take the right foot into the left elbow, or left hand around the outside of the left foot, and our right hand cups the right knee. So whatever variation of rock the baby that you prefer, what that you need in this moment, we're breathing into the body and honoring wherever it is at. If you're like me, your asana practice has been suffering a little bit during this quarantine. Oh, but that's okay. It's okay. So we breathe, we rock the baby, explore the ball and socket joint of the right hip a little bit if you want, which sort of means that you just lift and lower. Maybe you make some circles with your knee. Maybe you switch your foot back and forth. Or just rock. It's okay. Whichever you prefer, whichever you need in this moment. Okay, let's stretch that back out forward and bring it in. Left leg, extend it, lift it. And then bring it to the crook of the right elbow, or just keep your right hand wrapped around, left hand cups the knee. Whatever modification you need for this side, or feel free to just work on exploring that left hip socket. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then release it forward again. Lower it down, both feet forward. Move the flesh, feel the sit bones ground. Reach the fingertips to the sky as you inhale, and then exhale. We'll gently and slowly lengthen through the fingertips as the heels press forward. All 10 toes are up. Bringing the hands down to the sides of the legs. Soft bend in the knees here if you need it. Save the low back. Remember, it's not worth it to just extend the legs straight if it affects the low back negatively. So breathe, breathe, breathe into the entire west side of the body, the back side, from heels to crown. All right, inhale, lift. And let's come onto all fours. So finding our way to tabletop. Press the palms in, especially at the hook shape of the hands, tip of the index finger to the tip of the thumb. Shoulders come over the wrists, knees under hips, tops of the feet rooting. Find your foundation. Lengthen your spine, shooting your tailbone towards your heels, crown forward. Breathing here, let's flow through just a couple of cat-cows. So inhaling, the belly comes down, heart forward, eyes and tail lift. Exhale, draw the spine to the sky, drop the crown and the tail down. Inhale, cat pose, belly down. Cow pose, belly down, heart and tail lift. Exhale, draw it in, round it tall, release the crown and tail. Let's do one more. Inhale, belly comes down, cow pose. Exhale, spine arches up for cat pose. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Let's start with some Chakra Alignment now. So inhale, shoulders come over wrists. Turn the biceps forward. Let the heart press through. Keep the hips and belly engaged. Now lengthening the front side of the body. So chin moves forward, knees and tops of the feet are rooted. As we exhale, pull the belly in, shift the hips to the heels, arms are long, and head bows down, child's pose. So this is where we start to flow, inhaling forward, heart presses through, lengthen it out. Exhale, belly in, hips back, arms long, head down. Rounding the spine as we move forward, finding a little cat spine as we draw the heart through, and then exhaling it back, hips to heels. Now, if you've practiced with me before, you know how to modify Chakravakasana. Let the breath be your guide, absolutely, always, on and off the mat. But once you've flowed through a few regular rounds here of Chakravakasana, please feel free, make the practice your own. Take a moment in child's pose, take a moment in modified up dog, add some hip circles if you need, maybe add some dancing cobra at the top. Maybe really work on undulating the spine as you move forward and back. It's all about whatever your body needs in the moment. So tune in, close your eyes, breathe deep, feel your foundation. Let the energy flow from base to crown. We've been working on it for 8 weeks now. And I love you all. I'm so grateful. So grateful for each of you. Keep flowing. And then the next time that you exhale, we'll hold child's pose. Let your elbows drop, make some wrist circles. Open and close your fists, then join your palms. Let them float over the back of the head. Then bring your hands back to the mat. Press into the knees and the shins and float all the way up. So now we're moving into Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. So we've got the feet directly behind the knees. Tops of the feet are pressing down as much as possible. The hips are over the knees, the shoulders are over the hips. And we're gonna float the hands up over the shoulders. So it's kind of instinctual to just automatically push the hips forward already, but we wanna keep everything in alignment for a moment. Finding Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose. Fingers reach to the sky and shoulder blades move away from the ears, so drawing down the back. Gaze is set straight over the tip of the nose. And we press the foundation in as we float the heart and the crown higher to the sky. Now we'll release the hands with the next exhale, moving them behind the heart and interlacing behind the back. Or stack the hands on the sacrum, left and then right. Or crisscross the elbows. Just gonna take a moment to breathe into the heart space here. So keeping the hips over the knees, press the hands towards the earth, shoulder blades hug the spine, and then gaze up first, lift the heart, and then as you exhale, pull the belly to the spine and move the hips forward. And then inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale, release the hands back to the mat. Let's take one full neck circle here. Remember, in tabletop, it's the safest position to do full neck circles. So drop the crown down and then move the left ear towards the left shoulder. Lift the crown, right ear to right shoulder, drop the crown again. Take one in the opposite direction. And then walk the hands forward. Inhale the shoulders over the wrists, curl the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedal out your dog. Take it for a walk. Stretch the hamstrings and the hips a little bit more. Breathe deep. Go ahead and take the right knee down and sink the left heel closer to the mat. Keep pressing into the hook shape of your hands. We want to keep lifting through the tailbone. In fact, lift on the left sit bone especially. You'll feel a deep stretch through the left hamstring. And now switch sides. So left knee bends deep, right heel towards the earth. Lift the right sit bone. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then lift both heels tall and exhale, both heels closer to the mat. Inner thighs are spiraling back. Tailbone is lifting, heels are pressing down. Belly is pulling in, heart is moving towards the knees. Ears are between the biceps. Root in the hook shape of your hands. Wrists should only be shoulder width apart and feet hip width apart. And then as we take our next exhale, we'll travel to the top of the mat. Finding Tadasana feet, rooting behind the first and last toe. Bring the big toes close, but make some space between the heels, doming through the center of each arch and rooting through the center of each heel. We slide the hands up the shins and we lengthen the spine here. So moving towards Ardha Uttanasana, half fold. Crown is traveling forward, shoulder blades down the spine, inner thighs spiraling back. Breathe in and out here. And then as we exhale next, we'll release it down fully. Coming into Uttanasana, forward fold, soft bend in the knees. If you need that for your low back, it's always okay. Shake your head like you're saying no, or nod like you're saying yes, maybe both. Press into the feet. Inhale, come to rise, lifting the fingers nice and tall overhead. And then exhaling, bringing them down to the heart. And breathing here into Tadasana. Lift the kneecaps. Release the tailbone to fall towards the earth. Draw the ribs away from the hips. Lift the heart. Let the shoulder blades come down the spine. Draw the chin slightly to the pit of the throat, moving the ears away from the shoulders. The crown of the head rises tall. Gaze is soft over the tip of the nose or eyes are closed. Drawing the belly back as you exhale. Next inhale, let's lift the hands overhead. Pausing once in Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. So just like our thunderbolt pose, we draw the shoulders down, we pull the belly in, we lift the heart and the crown, the fingers reach. And then as we exhale next, let's take half moon pose, Ardha Uttanasana, Ardha Chandrasana. So right hand comes down to the thigh, left fingers reach up, up, up and over. And then as we inhale, floating both hands to the sky, exhale, left hand comes down, right hand reaches up and over. Let's take one more variation of that. Inhale, lift both hands, hook the thumbs for butterfly hands, and then exhale to the right again. Inhale, tall one more time. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release and fold. Let's flow through a couple sun salutation A's. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, step to plank. You can always drop the knees for a modified plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows straight back, come to the belly, chaturanga. Release the toes and inhale, floating up to little cobra. Exhale, release the heart down and press your way back to down dog. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Root down and rise tall, lifting the hands to the sky. Pressing the palms and exhale to the heart. Let's flow again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Full breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Release the toes and lift into little cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Root and rise. Inhale. Exhale to the heart. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step to plank. Full breath in. Chaturanga to the belly. Little cobra, inhale. Travel to dog as you exhale. Full breath in. And then exhale to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up. Halfway, sorry. Exhale, forward fold. Root down and rise. Inhale. And then exhale to the heart. Good. Pause and breathe. So we're going to do something just a little bit different than we normally do, because this is sort of a unique style of workshop, so we're bound to learn new things. But that's good. Learning new things is good. So we're going to do the Tibetan rites. There's 5 Tibetan rites, and there's a lot of mystery surrounding the rites, and there is a book about, so probably several books about the Tibetan rites, but I just want to take you through those 5. What they help us to do is sort of generate our energy from the base and move it up the spine through that main energy channel, through that main pathway, and through the top of the head. So just getting the energy flowing in the correct method, in the correct direction. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about them because I don't have much time left here, but we're going to start standing in Tadasana with our arms out to the side. So you might need a little bit of space for this. Normally you would do each of the 5 rites 21 times, but when you just start out, just do it like 5 or maybe 7 and then work your way up. So we start with our arms extended, just a little bit of space between the feet. Palms are down, and we're gonna spin. So we inhale and spin to the back, exhale, come back around. Now it helps to have like a focal point or a drishti that you're coming back to each time you spin. And if it's just too much for you to spin, you can just sort of move left and right, kind of like what we did at the start of class, where we inhaled to the left and then we exhaled to the right. But we're starting in clockwise, we're moving clockwise to start if you're spinning. So we inhale, spin to the right, exhale, front. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more. Inhale, exhale. Stop now. Hands come to the hips. Make fists. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth. Make an O shape and release. Inhale again. O shape. And then we're coming to the mat. So that was the first of the Tibetan rites. We did it 5 times, I think. And now we're moving on to leg raising. So we're sitting, and we're going to tuck our thumbs under our butts, and we're going to lay down on our backs. Legs are extended out, and we're going to float the feet up over the body and lift the head on the inhale. So inhale, and then exhale, we release the head back. Bring the feet down. Try not to touch if you can. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Bend your legs, come up to stand. Space between the feet, hands on the hips, big breath in. O-shaped mouth as you exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Now we come on to knees. So we're in that Vajrasana shape. And we can curl the toes under or leave the feet flat, whatever you're comfortable with. For the Tibetan rites, I like to curl my toes under. And so we opened our hearts a little earlier. We definitely want to help that expansion. Bring the hands down to like the bottom of the butt cheeks or the backs of the thighs. Root your knees down. Keep your hips over your knees, and then as we inhale, we press the hips forward, we draw the shoulder blades down and back, and we lift the heart and the throat. As we exhale, we pull the belly in, draw the chin down towards the heart. So inhale, lift the heart, press the hips forward, gaze to the sky, open the throat, and then exhale, bring it back in. 3 more. Inhale, hips forward, shoulder blades down and back, lift, exhale, bring it back. 2 more. Inhale, lift, exhale, back. And the hands can stay stationary or you can slide them down as you lift the heart. Exhale, back. All right, standing. Hands on the hips, big breath in. Exhale, open mouth. Again. Good. Now we're coming into reverse tabletop pose. So these can be sort of challenging movements, but start with just 5 a day, doing each one 5 times a day, and you'll understand. You will see a difference in your energy levels, in your flexibility. It's a really effective practice. So that's what I was talking about. Like, even if you can just do 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, try something like this, incorporating this into your morning practice. Might be really, really life-changing for you. Okay, so reverse tabletop. We've got our hands close to the backs of our hips on both sides, fingers point forward. We inhale on the lift. So feet are hip width apart, a little space between the knees, and then we press the knees over the ankles, lift the hips, let the head drop back. That's the inhale. Exhale, bring the hips between the arms and tuck the belly in and bow the chin. Now you can set the hips down if you need to. If you don't have the strength to keep the hips elevated, that's okay, you'll get there. But we inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale back. Last one. Exhale back. Stand. Hands on the hips. Big breath in. Open mouth. Exhale. 1 more. All right. We're on our 5th Tibetan rite. And we come into tabletop. We want to keep our toes curled under. We're going to go from up dog to down dog. And down dog is going to be our inhale. So position your hands, root in that hook shape of your hands. And then as you inhale, float your hips to the sky. Peek up through your tailbone, drop the crown of the head. And as you exhale, we float the shoulders over the wrists. Pull the belly to the spine. Let the hips drop down and gaze up. Inhale, lift the tailbone tall. Bring the ears between the arms. Bow the chin. Exhale, shoulders over wrists. Then release the hips down. Pull the belly in. Gaze to the sky. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulders over wrists, then the belly comes down, lift. 2 more. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, up dog. Last one. Drop your knees, come to stand, hands on the hips, big breath in. Exhale, Open mouth, one more. Exhale. Now I want you to come down and lie on your back. After you do the Tibetan rites, you should absolutely take a couple minutes in Shavasana. I'm going to show you really quick while you're moving there about that up dog, down dog movement, because I really want you to be safe. So a lot of times when you move into up dog, you see people sort of do this movement, like this scoopy, like I gotta scoop my heart down and then lift up. No, that's literally gonna destroy your shoulders. Like instantly as I did that, I felt it along my rotator cuffs. So be safe. Use correct alignment, slow, safe movements, and that's how you protect yourself. So move the shoulders forward, then establish your foundation. Feel your foundation there, your palms and your toes, and then just release your hips down as your heart moves forward. Much safer transition to up dog. Do not do this little scoopy movement. No reason for that, unless you like to be injured. Okay, so resting in Shavasana for just a few moments here. And while you're there, breathing slowly and deeply from the base of the spine to the crown, from the soles of the feet to the top of the head, through the fingertips, the kneecaps, the elbows. Let's bend the legs now. We'll cross the right ankle over the left knee and just take some reclined pigeon here. So right hand on the right thigh. Move the knee forward. Keep the right foot flexed. Breathe for a moment here. And then let's switch sides. Cross the left leg over the right knee. Keep the foot flexed. Breathe. And then draw both knees in. Apanasana, rock it left and right. Do some sacral circles. So knees over hips, bigger little circles in both directions. And then we'll release the feet down. Arms are at your sides. Let's do a few bridge lifts here. So walk your heels in. Feet are hip width apart, but knees stay tracking together. Arms are at your sides and thumbs point up. So dynamic bridge. Inhale, feet, knees forward, hips up, arms travel overhead. Chest moves towards your chin. As you exhale, lengthening through the spine and the fingertips, bringing it all back to the mat and releasing. Inhale, lift, hips overhead, arms overhead, chest to chin, and then exhale, slowly bringing it back down. Let's go again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more. Extend the left foot forward, bring the right knee in. Take a moment here in reclined stork pose. If you want a couple ankle circles, you can go for that. Open the right knee out to the right edge of the mat, nice and slow as you inhale. Breathe. Next inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, lower the foot near the inside of the left knee. Let's take a twist here. Left hand's on the right knee, right arm extends out as we inhale, and then exhale, right knee travels to the left side of the mat. And we're taking slow, deep breaths. Remember, make those little micro adjustments in your twist, in your pose, whatever you need. Listen to your body. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, draw the right knee in. Extend the right leg out, left knee comes in. Draw it towards the chest. Ankle circles if you want as you breathe slowly and deeply. And then draw the left knee out to the left side of the mat. And then we'll bring the left knee back in as we inhale. Exhale, release the foot down towards the mat, inside of the right knee. Right hand's on the left knee, left arm in, out to a T as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we cross the midline, allowing for that gentle twist of the spine. Whatever little micro adjustments you need to make. And then we're going to inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the left knee in again. And then inhale, bring the right knee in. Exhale, curl yourself up into a ball. Bring the nose towards the knees. And then release. Start making your way towards Shavasana. Let's actually move into triple diamond pose. So bring the soles of the feet together with the knees bent. Let's take a moment here. Arms flow overhead. Join the index finger and the thumb. Spread the other fingers out wide. Rest the arms on the mat and then bend the elbows out to match the knees. So resting first in our triple diamond pose before moving to Shavasana. And breathing up and down the spine. Allowing for that flow of energy from the tips of the toes to the tip of the index fingers as they rest overhead. And then when you feel ready, know that you can move into Shavasana at any time. Whenever you feel like it's time for you to move there, go for it. Extend the legs. Bring the arms down to your sides. Let the spine become supple and long on the mat. The arms and legs feel heavy. Soften the face, the forehead, the cheeks, the eyes. Remove the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw. Relax the ears. The neck. Release tension from the throat space. The outside edge of the shoulders rolling towards the mat. The palms facing up, open to receiving gifts. The heart space. Breathe into that. How does it feel? When you inhale next, let it be filled with gratitude for this physical vessel that carries around our mind and our spirit. Grateful for this body. Grateful for this mind. Grateful for this spirit and its light. Its resiliency. Its ability to transform. Sometimes when we do chakra work, we find an area, a space, an energy center that feels slow or diminished, or even like a blockage or something stuck there. It could be physical, it could be energetic, it could be mental or emotional or even karmic. So to help alleviate that feeling, include in your practice, in your daily life, your health as a priority. A regular yoga practice, meditation practice, Tibetan rites, mindful eating, lessen your screen time, lots of water, higher thinking, cultivating courage, philosophical inquiry, letting go of ego, letting go of preconceived ideas, performing random acts of kindness, and being content in the present moment, knowing that truly that is all there is. This is all there is. This right here and right now. Let the belly be soft. Release any tension or gripping through the hips, letting them melt into the mat. Allow yourself to be cradled by the earth for a few more moments here. Resting comfortably, being at peace, and it's accepting once again my gratitude for practicing, for sharing space and time with me today. I cannot thank you enough. May love and light shine and emanate from within you, and for the world around you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om